I'm Jerry Selway. I'm with Pacific Western Bank, and the bank is actually deeply involved in the community, many different projects, and we believe in investing in the students of Temecula Valley, Murrieta, and surrounding areas because we think that they'll all pay it forward and we'll get everything we've invested back.
Hi, this is John Hunneman from Senator Jeff Stone's office. I just want to say what an honor it is to be here for the 23rd Annual Student of the Year of Murrieta presentation. I've been coming to these things for about 23 years, and they're the most inspirational stories you'll ever hear. These students in our community do such a great job, and they had the backing of a tremendous faculty, staff, and everybody at the Murrieta Valley Unified School District that makes this possible. Also want to thank Sally Myers and the crew at Sizzler for their dedication over all these years. Looking forward to a great breakfast today. The senator is, when the senator moved to Temecula Valley in 1983, there was one high school here, Elsinore High School. That year they graduated 283 seniors. Now across the valley, more than 10,000 high school seniors will graduate this year. The senator's been a big supporter of education throughout his career as a Temecula City Councilman, a county supervisor, and now in the state Senate. And he congratulates all the seniors graduating this year.
Hi, my name's Ray. I'm proud to represent Abbott Vascular here in the Valley. It's a great privilege to be here to sponsor these kids moving forward, going to college. It's a great program that's been here for many years, and again, we're proud to be able to sponsor it. Students here, they will go off to college and then hopefully come back to this valley. Thank you.
This is a wonderful event for the Student of the Year in the Murrieta Valley. It's been a program going on since 1995, and I've been with the program for 21 years. I retired last year, but here I am again because I can't stay away. Wonderful program, wonderful students. We are very blessed.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you. Welcome to our 23rd Annual Student of the Year Scholarship and Recognition event. I'm pleased to announce that this year's scholarship award is $2,535 for each of our 7 of the Student of the Year award winners. I'm Mary Walters. I'm the MC for this morning, and at this time I'd like to invite Cameron Stevens from Student Venture to lead us in prayer.
Good morning, everybody. On behalf of our director, Monty Sharp, and the whole Student Venture organization, I just want to congratulate every senior in this room and what you guys have done and accomplished, and I know will continue as we're going to hear about this morning. So God bless you. But if everybody would mind standing, we'll go ahead and open our ceremony in prayer. Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning and thank you for this day. We thank you for this time right now, Lord, to be able to gather together as a family, as community, Lord, around these students who have worked so hard, so diligently over this past year and all their years in high school. Lord, you've brought them to this point, and we just want to pray a special prayer over them now, Lord, as they are in the next week or two finishing up their high school career and graduating and moving on to where you have destined them to be. Whether that be college, university, trade school, military, wherever you have them, Lord, your word tells us, for you know the plans that you have for us. And we take comfort in that this morning, Father God, and I just pray that you would uplift them, encourage these students, and Lord, continue to build them up in all that they are going to do and how they are going to be a blessing to the world around them. We thank you for this morning, Lord. In your name we pray. Amen. And bless you.
Please remain standing, and we'll have our Mayor, Jonathan Ingram, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Remember when saying the pledge that this is the greatest nation in the world. It was founded under God, and all that have fallen for this flag, let's keep them in mind. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing. We will have our student Dylan Wager from Vista Murrieta High School sing the national anthem for us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Here we go. Let me just make sure I start on the right note, because you don't want to start on the wrong note, because then that would result in chaos. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. All right, here we go. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Dylan. Now you may be seated. At this time, I'd like to introduce all of our students of the year and their principals. So from Murrieta Mesa High School, Principal Steve Ellis and student Sarah Thompson. From Murrieta Valley High School, Principal Mark Pettengill and student Erica Moe. From Calvary Christian School, Principal Derek Roth and student Christine Longnecker. From Vista Murrieta High School, Principal Mick Wager and student Danielle Shores. From Springs Charter School, Principal Tammy Jackson. I had Tammy, sorry. And student Zachary Thomas. From Murrieta Canyon Academy, Principal Martina Beach Hedges and student Sierra Marie Caruso. From Oak Grove School, Principal Tammy Wilson and student Anissa Fontes. Congratulations to all of our students. On behalf of our founder, Sally Myers, who deeply regrets missing today's program, please welcome Margaret Jones. Where's Margaret? Come on up, Margaret. Our most faithful volunteer of 22 years and original chair to share our mission statement. Margaret embodies the spirit and dedication of all of our volunteers. Thank you, Margaret.
Thank you, Mary, for the lovely introduction. I've been blessed to be a part of the Murrieta Student of the Month program since its inception in 1995. The students are such an inspiration, and they have proved our future is in good hands. Our founder, Sally Myers, started the first program 26 years ago in Temecula. 2 years later, she expanded to Murrieta. And then she went further in 96 to Lake Elsinore, and Paris Menifee program in 1998. We are a nonprofit organization and have honored over 8,000 students in 26 years. I think that's awesome. Program was expanded to Hemet, San Jacinto, Banning, Beaumont, Fallbrook, Vista, and Escondido. So we really are growing our program. Being a sponsor of a family member of a student They love the program so much they wanted to share it with the community they live or work in. We are blessed that the program has touched so many of our lives. The mission statement is how your son or daughter was originally selected for Student of the Month. The mission statement of the Student of the Month program is to provide a local high school recognition program which will acknowledge and honor college-bound senior students for their character, their loving of learning, commitments to academics, in addition to their participation in community activities, community service, or the ability to persevere and overcome difficult life circumstances in a setting that honors God, country, family, community, and free enterprise. That's our mission statement, and we've held to that, and I know that each and every one of these students here today feel that honor, because I have to share, I've gotten some beautiful thank you notes, and it's so wonderful. I have to admit, even though I retired a year ago from this program, I do miss the students and hearing the wonderful things and the program and which direction they're planning to go. So congratulations to all of you from Sally as well. Jennifer, would you please join me? Jennifer was the Murrieta Valley High School Student of the Year, and then she went off to college, has come back to Murrieta as an educational consultant, and has been a dear friend to Sally and myself, and the Student of the Month program. We are kind of known as the three amigos, Sally being mother, me grandmother, and Jennifer our granddaughter and daughter. So that's kind of how our relationship has gone, and we continue with it, believe me. Although Sally is unable to be here today, it is our great pleasure to honor Karen Paris. Would you please come to the podium, Karen? Karen is our faithful and dedicated publicity coordinator for our Murrieta program. She has graced us and blessed us with her gift of writings to share the inspiring student stories to the local media for 9 years. Karen is retiring this year from the school district and moving to Texas. Woohoo, Texas, lucky Texas, lucky Texas. And we're going to miss her. Thank you. What we have here is for Karen, and it's Student of the Month program, Murrieta 2009-2018. And it says, Karen Paris, thank you for your heart of service and dedication. Karen, we're going to miss you, and thank you so much. Jennifer?
Good morning, everyone. I get to do my counterpart, Miss Llewellyn Fickey. Hi, this is for you.
Thank you.
So, Miss Llewellyn is a hero, a secret hero, because when Margaret and I retired to have babies, and Margaret retired, and Miss Llewellyn stepped up and did all of our jobs. So behind closed doors, she took on all of Margaret's roles and all of my roles and a lot of other things to make sure the program would continue. And we are greatly going to miss you as you go off to Las Vegas for your new endeavors. So everybody in the room, please pray for our program next year. Because
I'll be around.
But we just wanted to thank you so much and really coming in to save all of us and making sure that this great program continues in our community.
Well, it was my pleasure, and I love being in this room every month and seeing our wonderful students and also the parents and you teachers and principals. You've made an amazing program of this, and the support from our community is unparalleled. So thank you for letting me be part of you.
At this time, we'd like to acknowledge all of our Student of the Month volunteers. So when I call your name, could you please come up, and then we'll have a picture taken together. So Llewellyn Fickey, you got to come back up here. She's our chair in scholarship application Administrator, Jen Pham, co-chair, Jerry Selway, Scholarship Fulfillment from Pacific Western Bank, and I know she's here, Karen Paris, Publicity, Kim Garcia, if she's here, Andrea Conchella from Costco, I know she's here, Dan Stake, who's our greeter, Andy Morris, another greeter, Rhonda Levine for communications. I don't think Derek Gonzalez is here today, Lynn Porter, and Catherine Pepe. If we can all come up here and have a picture taken. Margaret. Oh, and Margaret.
Yes,
Margaret.
Margaret.
Come on,
There's
Margaret.
Right here. Come on in.
Here we go.
Okay, here we
All right,
go.
all look good.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do for the Student of the Month program. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge our special guests. We have board members from the Murrieta Valley Unified School District, Paul Diffley, Robin Christ, Ken Dixon, and Chris Tomasian. Thank you for coming this morning. We'd like to thank Linda Lund. She snuck in on me. Thank you, Linda. I'd like to thank Group 1 Production and Stephen Ashby for videotaping today's event. It will be available to view on the Murrieta Valley Unified School District website or through a link that's listed in your program. Stephen, our cameraman who drives over the Ortega Highway every month, thank you very much for coming. Oh, and Al. Thank you, Jimmy Fu of Jimmy Photography, who's providing everyone with free access to all of the pictures this morning. Thank you for coming. And then thank you to the City of Murrieta for providing airtime on our Spectrum cable channel. So thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our breakfast sponsors, and if they could come forward as well to have a picture taken. So Margaret Jones from A1 Tuscany Travel. Come on, Margaret. Dave Robinson from Alpha Banking Company. Derek Gonzalez, Altura Credit Union. We had Necelli Rodriguez from Azusa Pacific University. I know she's here. Lucy Stanucci from Bechet Enterprises, Christine Lee from Cal State San Marcos, Des Starr and Derek Roth from Calvary Murrieta Christian School, Malia Ortla from Eastern Municipal Water District, John Vega from Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District, Donna Holliday and Kayla Price from Goshford, Temecula, Catherine Pepe from Loma Linda University Medical Center. We have Morris Myers, Mary Lou Dillard, Cynthia Garcia, Leslie Medina, April Wardwell from MSJC. We have Tammy Wilson from Oak Grove Center, Jerry Selway from Pacific Western Bank, Grace Cardenas from Rancho Water. I don't think we have this. Sally Meyer. Well, we have Shannon Murda from Sizzler Restaurants, Catherine Hansen from Springs Charter. We have Sylvia Escalante, Rebecca Brown from the Medline Foundation, Lizelle DeGray from Western Municipal Water District, and Mayor Jonathan Ingram. So if all of our breakfast sponsors could come forward. Let's see, we have to scooch together, huh? Scooch together. Can you get us all, huh? You can.
Always way back there.
Are you got everybody?
Yep.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Let's give them another round of applause. Thank you to everyone. And then for our gift sponsors, we have the City of Murrieta, so that would be Mayor Jonathan Ingram. We have Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District. We have Shannon Murdoch from Sizzler. We have, let's see, Derek's not here. Andrea Conchella from Costco. All of you need to come forward for another picture. We have Catherine Pepe from Temecula Olive Oil Company. Al Lopez from Western Municipal Water District, Sandy Word from Which Superior Sandwiches, Grace Cardenas from Rancho Water. Did I miss anyone? If I did, I apologize and come up. Okay, picture time. Let's give them another round of applause. And then our Student of the Year gift sponsors, we have Barnes & Noble of Temecula, Catherine Pepe from Loma Linda. You want to come back up, Catherine? Loma Linda University Medical Center. We have Andrea from Costco. We have Andrea Poindexter from Murrieta Chamber of Commerce. We have Rancho Water, Abbott, Promenade Mall, Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District. So for everyone from those places, please come up for another picture. Did you not know that you were getting your picture taken? Thank you. Let's give our Student of the Year gift sponsors a round of applause. And then we'd like to give a special thank you to the Temecula Creek Inn for providing the table linens this morning, for Llewellyn Fickey for all of her hard work. Thank you. Loma Linda University Medical Center Murrieta for providing the medals for our Students of the Year, and Karen Paris for doing all of the publicity. So thank you once again. Now we are going to begin the most important part of our program, is the student presentations. Students will share their plans for after high school and how they plan to contribute to the community and the world. So we'll have our principals come to the podium with the teacher, and then here's the timeline, principals. Okay, so there's a minute and a half for the principal or the teacher, and then 2.5 minutes for the student to speak. So we look forward to hearing the stories. So first up, we have from Murrieta Mesa High School, Principal Steve Ellis and student Sarah Thompson.
It was good to see Margaret this morning, who once again went right back into the mode of giving me instructions to make sure I put the medal on Sarah immediately. So congratulations. That's right. That's right. It's always great to see you. All right, I wrote it down so I could stay in my strict timeline, as you've heard, and I'll do my best. Good morning. I'm Steve Ellis. I'm the principal at Murrieta Mesa High School, where I'm privileged to work with incredible students like the young lady you're about to meet. I would like to start by thanking Sally, Jennifer, Llewellyn, Mary, and all of the sponsors that make this morning happen. This has been an incredible year of monthly programs capped by this great event today. I'm privileged to work in a community that places so much value in honoring our students. I would also like to thank and congratulate all of the other students here today, your families, and educators that make this such an incredible community. This morning, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Murrieta Mesa's Senior of the Year, Sarah Thompson. In September, she was our first of the year, I used some of my time to give the audience Sarah's resume of academics, involvements, achievements, etc. While this list of accomplishments is extensive and very impressive, it has little to do with why she was originally selected as Student of the Month. As Sarah moves on to college and then a career, I'm pretty sure she will be part of something big or world-changing by society standards. As Sarah leaves Mesa, I know for a fact that she has already changed Murrieta Mesa's world. At Mesa, we like to talk about leaving a legacy. Her impact at Murrieta Mesa will be felt long after she leaves. Sarah has truly left her legacy. In my simple words here, this legacy is one of servant leadership, caring, compassion, grit, dedication, determination, commitment to others, and a whole list of other words that we use to describe amazing, yet only scratch the surface of who Sarah has been to Mesa. The principals are asked to share for 1.5 minutes, and not go over, to explain to the audience just what our student has meant to our school. To be honest, I struggled trying to find the right words that could accurately express and do justice to just how much Sarah means to Mesa. While it's very easy to speak about Sarah, it's very difficult to use words that give her justice. In fact, often when discussing Sarah with other staff, including her class advisor, Mrs. Sather, this group of educated adults revert to simple expressions like, well, it's Sarah. which has a meaning we all understand and take comfort in. As I wrote down my talk for this morning, I also found myself getting emotional when it came to trying to explain Sarah to all of you. Let me explain. I was thinking about all that she's done on our campus the past 4 years, from taking activities to a whole new level to ensuring that what we do will not be successful unless we include more students. Sarah has been a major part of the culture that has been created at Mesa. What makes me emotional is that as I think about the incredible contributions of Sarah, for Sarah herself, it's never been about Sarah. It's always been about others. It has always been what is best for other students or the school as a whole. She is the most selfless teenager I've ever met. She takes nothing for granted, appreciates the opportunities she has, and is grateful for what others do. She does all of this with the biggest smile, the best manners, and a sense of humbleness that is not typical for a high school student. Yes, she's an incredible student. Yes, she's a super athlete. Yes, she was involved in way too many activities on and off campus. I could have easily stood up here and read all that she does, filled way longer than my minute and a half, which for all of us in the room, except for maybe the other students, would have made us feel like slackers. However, she stands here today not because of what she did or accomplished, but because she is an incredible human being that has constantly put others before her. She embodies Mesa pride, purpose, responsibility, integrity, duty, and excellence. Mesa is a better place for all students because of Sarah. Her impact left a permanent impression on our school. Future generations may appreciate what they have at Mesa, but for those of us fortunate enough to share this time with Sarah, we know why we have what we have. It is my pleasure and honor to introduce Sarah Thompson. Congratulations.
Sorry, I'm a little shorter. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Ellis, and thank you so much to all of the sponsors and all of the amazing people that made Student of the Month and Student of the Year a program. This program has given me so many opportunities. It's honestly incredible. And also congratulations to all the other students. I'm sure you guys are completely accomplished and amazing individuals. Now kind of on to my story. My experiences over these past 4 years were nothing that I expected, but have taught me the most valuable lesson. When faced with adversity, you have a choice to either crumble and let the pain consume you, or you can be flexible and find a way to persevere. I've always had a passion to help people. However, up until about my sophomore year, I didn't know exactly what that looked like for my future. My sophomore year was filled with a soccer injury, which consisted of a fractured femur, a torn ACL, MCL, and meniscus, along with strains to my LCL and PCL. So that was a rough one. At the beginning of my junior year, we learned that I actually had a benign tumor on my parathyroid gland, which was causing kidney stones, nausea, vomiting, severe pain with weakening of my bones, and frequent migraines. As my senior year started, I was diagnosed with a rare form of migraine, which actually mimics a stroke. And my best friend donated a kidney to his mom. So we also then found out that my grandma's breast cancer had metastasized to her brain, so she would need to receive 24/7 care and has moved in with us to begin hospice. Sorry, that one gets me. I know it might sound like a lot, but my story isn't one of sadness. It's one of learning and perseverance. When I hurt my leg, I learned how to be a leader from the sidelines. When they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, I learned with my mom's help to be my own advocate. From my friend's surgery, I learned the power of love and sacrifice. And from my grandma, I learned to laugh and smile through even the toughest times. She's a true beacon of strength, and as she has been fighting her illness for over 10 years, she's never stopped making me smile. I found that every experience I had, I could take a lesson from in order to become a better person. I also learned that I am resilient. Although I missed a ton of school while I was going through all of this, I managed to obtain a GPA above a 4.0, pass all my AP exams, remain class president all 4 years, and become an all-league athlete and secure a spot in the honors program at UCR. These curveballs that were thrown at me taught me that I can achieve just about anything I put my mind to. My situation not only showed me my own strengths, but they showed me the power of medicine and sparked my understanding of how I can help people. I realized that I'm lucky. My situation is temporary. There are so many people who aren't that lucky. In order to help people plagued with illness and hopefully create a better life for those who are struggling, I will be attending UCR in their honors program, majoring in mechanical engineering and later working as a biomedical engineer. Before I begin college, I will be continuing as a volunteer at Loma Linda Medical Center, Murrieta, and I will be working with the district at my elementary school as a tutor. I hope to eventually study the uses of 3D printing in medicine. They've been developing prototypes for better prosthetics and using stem cells to hopefully develop organs. I would like nothing more than to make such technology a reality in order to make organ donation obsolete and reduce the number of people who are left waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Becoming a biomedical engineer is more than just trying to save lives. It is about giving hope to those who no longer have it. Whether they know it or not, I want to be there for them. And through biomedical engineering, I will be. Thank you again for giving me this honor this morning. It is absolutely life-changing, and I am completely humbled and grateful for this entire experience. So thank you again. Thank you to my family for supporting me over these past 4 years and through my entire life. And thank you, Ms. Sather, for being such a role model for me on and off campus, as you were my teacher as well as my mentor. So thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Now you understand the statement. It's Sarah. So, next we have Principal Mark Pettingale at Murrieta Valley High School.
There. I'm a rule follower too. I got that right. This is my first Sizzler Student of the Year. But I'm here to acknowledge our Student of the Year at Murrieta Valley High School, which is Erica Moe. And Eric and I sat down and we said, okay, as I'm trying to figure out, do I talk? Who talks? And we decided as we sat in the room together, she said, well, how about somebody that's been in the trenches? So she decided that she would like to have her very energetic, passionate, caring, articulate English teacher, Miss Victoria Barr, come up and speak on her behalf. So it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Victoria Barr.
Oh, thank you.
I see Erica at the start of 9th grade, sitting in the corner, keeping to herself, observing. I see Erica in 9th grade, bright-eyed, moving into groups, leading by example. I see Erica at the end of 9th grade, eager to challenge herself in AP, language, and composition. I see Erica throughout 10th grade, growing as a student, becoming sure of her voice. I see Erica at the start of 11th grade, back in my room. I'm thrilled she has chosen to challenge herself in the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program, and also excited to be able to witness her continued growth. I see Erica as a junior choosing to write her 4,000-word extended essay in Spanish just because she wants to challenge herself. Why would she choose to write in a language she is still learning? Because she is passionate about its society, its culture, its people, and wanted to know more. It was an impressive undertaking, and it is this mindset, this desire to learn, that makes Erica an exceptional student. I see Erica as a junior, taking on a leadership role with her CAST project, Que Chévere, teaching Spanish to children at Cole Canyon. Erica told me, quote, Que Chévere was one of my most fulfilling accomplishments because I was able to not only turn a dream into a reality, but I was able to impart the awesome language of Spanish upon young children while engaging in fun activities with kids, end quote. I see Erica as a senior, coming into herself as she guides and supports her peers in both IB Club and the diploma program, not to mention other commitments she has both inside and outside of school. I see Erica as a senior, ready to take on the challenges at UCI in the College of Humanities. As my favorite poet, Seamus Heaney, said in his Nobel acceptance speech, we are put here to improve civilization. I concur. I believe this is Erica's path, and I am looking forward to witnessing the change she makes to this world. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce this most amazing young woman, Erica Moe.
I'm a little bit shorter too.
I just wanted to say that was a fantastic speech by Sarah. That was amazing. I really think you're awesome. I am truly humbled by the fact that I was chosen out of all of the amazing candidates at my school. They're all so amazing. I can't believe that I'm here. Thank you so much to all the sponsors and the Murrieta Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity. Throughout my life, I have sought to understand people. I want to know what it's like to take a moment and walk in their shoes. Since the day my neighbor spoke to me in Spanish and I was helplessly unable to answer, the language fascinated me. And in my 8th grade Spanish class, I discovered a secret talent for language acquisition, with a growing passion as well. This led me to create a fun after-school program called Que Chévere, where every Friday we taught 4th and 5th graders basic Spanish. The faces of each of our 60 kids are permanently in my mind. Their smiles when they understood the significance of the word, or their enthusiasm when we belted out the Spanish alphabet in voices that were in no way harmonious, but were somehow connected at the same time. As I strive to understand people, I sometimes lose faith in them, as I'm sure many of you do. I'm sure we've all had a day where the barriers of our will break for a moment and you just have to punch something. So I was at the gym last week and I had just that feeling. So I went and just started crying and punching one of the punching bags as hard as I possibly could. I knew very well that I was bruising my knuckles because I had not put on gloves, and I really didn't care. But an older man across the gym actually did care, and he came over and asked what was wrong. I responded with, I just had to punch something. He told me he hoped whatever troubled me would pass, and I thought that was the end of it, but it wasn't. He later came and searched me out, and when he found me, he handed me a pair of worn boxing gloves. Here, he said, now you won't have to hurt your hands, and if anything, just put them on and pray for me until whatever is troubling you passes. He's why I'm here. Human connections like this are what make life worthwhile. Just when you think the stress is too much, there's always somebody there to help you. None of my teachers had to help me as much as they have. I want to thank each and every one of them, and I want to thank that man at the gym for his kind words. I also would really love to thank my family. With me here today are my grandparents and my mom and dad, who have loved me and supported me through all of this, but most importantly, they always laugh at my jokes. That is the most important part. I'm excited for all the future challenges, but honestly, the biggest challenge right now is cherishing these last few moments that I get with some of the greatest people that I have ever known. I even found myself cherishing the bathroom pass the other day at school, because we're not going to have those in college anymore. It's the stupid things like that that you start to notice right about now. You remember how to love the ordinary, the laughter, and the relationships. I will take these experiences and continue creating myself in college, searching for more things to add to my list of fascinations. Humanity is beautiful, and I can't wait to see what more I understand of it in the years to come. So I'm going to walk in my tennis shoes, and, as Atticus Finch said, I'm going to make sure to walk around in other people's too. I hope to learn how to connect people through language and help others along the way, just as my teachers, family, and that man in the gym have all helped me. In the fall, I will be attending the campus-wide honors program at the University of California, Irvine in the School of Humanities. Thank you all so much.
Next, I'd like to introduce Tammy Jackson from Springs Charter Schools and her student, Zachary Thomas.
Good morning. I love this event. At Springs Charter Schools, we have to share this with a few different high school programs, so I've never gotten to come to the Student of the Year. I'm so excited to be here and listen to all of these amazing students, and I always really kind of sit and think, wow, did I really just waste the first 18 years of my life? I'm here to introduce Zachary Thomas's teacher, Courtney Wallace, and I'm really excited to continue to participate in this program.
All right, good morning everyone. My name is Courtney Wallace, and I've had the distinct honor of serving as Zach's teacher in a variety of educational settings with Springs Charter School over the last 8 years. I was fortunate to be Zach's middle school math and science teacher and currently serve the Thomas family as their education specialist. To paint just one picture of how Zach embodies Student of the Year is a difficult task. Sincerely, this young man exudes with every ounce of his being what it means to be Student of the Year. I'm so sorry. He's like my family.
And it's her very first time here.
He is a remarkable young man with an incredible passion for learning and desire to improve the greater good of his community. He is morally, academically, professionally, and personally the most well-rounded young man I have ever met. I have so many memories with Zach, and in each recollection, I can smile with confidence in knowing that he is always doing something to benefit another individual. Some of my favorite memories are our times together in ASB, where he continuously worked for the student body of our school. He would go out of his way to do tasks for other students and staff, volunteering for our snack bar before school and during his own lunch. He was always my go-to guy for so many tasks. He is a selfless gem. Academically, Zach is just as impressive. In addition to being a phenomenal high school student, Zach also excels within the collegiate academic setting. He continues to maintain a straight A average in both his high school and college classes within our dual enrollment program. When he is not excelling in the classroom, Zach also serves his community, working for the city of Menifee in a variety of youth programs. He occupies employment as well as provides countless hours of community service. Did I mention to you how amazing and selfless he is? I am so proud of this young man, and I can't tell you enough how deserving of this honor he is. Congratulations, Zach. And this is Mr. Zachary Thomas.
Good morning. Thank you, Courtney. I can't speak. That was amazing. My name is Zachary Thomas. I have been attending River Springs and MSJC the last couple of years and have had the pleasure to have Courtney as my teacher. Through River Springs, I've had the opportunity to work and actually participate in different activities through the city and volunteer and give hours everywhere. I've volunteered in the city of Menifee, in Murrieta, Temecula, and even up in Idlewild, just providing a service as much as I can. For college, I plan on attending or continuing to attend MSJC to pursue my transfer degree. Once I get that, I'll transfer to Cal Baptist, and I'm going to pursue a degree in marketing and business or the medical field. I haven't quite made up my mind yet. I plan on going into the marketing business because through the city of Menifee, I've had the opportunity to work with several great people, and the marketing side of the city has kind of just spoken to me. I've always been a math and science person. I love to see how something as complicated as a business works. So through my passion of work, I've found that working with children is a very large part of my life. I can't tell you guys how much it is to wake up every morning and go and see all the kids' faces, to have them come into the community center and smile and always greet me. It makes my day. Through these extreme days at work or through life, I found myself passing on a legacy. That legacy being that no matter how hard my day is, I'm always making a difference, whether it be in my siblings' lives, my little brother and sister, my parents, or the kids that I mentor at the recreation center. Working through the city, I've learned that even if it's just making a difference through one child's lives, it makes those thousands of hours worth it that I've just given. It doesn't matter to me about my own personal being or what's going on, that if it makes that kid's day or changes the way that he sees the community and will add value and possibly help him choose a path and just shine light on that, I've made that day for that kid. So going off of the city, motivation through the community has been an extreme part. The feeling that I get making a child's life just that much better has sorry, speechless, has given me the strength that I need to pursue a career and continue it with the city of Menifee. The last 6 years of volunteering and helping out with the community has helped shape the way that I see everyone. And I know that through all of it, it'll hopefully help me excel and help others in the end. With me, I have my mother and my dad, and I can't tell you guys how amazing it is to have their love and support through any day. I could come to them and talk to them about absolutely anything, and no matter what is going on in their lives, they'll always give me that time that I need. Also, Courtney Wallace. She's absolutely amazing. No matter what's going on, whether it's education or personal, if I need something, she's there for me. Sorry. With that, I would like to thank all of you for having this program. And I know every other student in here has worked just as hard as I have through the last years. So thank you.
Next up, we have Martina Hedges from Murrieta Canyon Academy.
Had to fix her hair for pictures and all that fun stuff. Okay. So thank you so much. I just want to start by saying thank you to those who started this program and those who sponsor it, because it is an amazing program for our students and our community. I don't live in Murrieta, but being here and working in Murrieta just amazes me every day. And I just want to say also, Llewellyn, I don't know how your committee picks these kids, because it would be so difficult, and I'm so glad it's your job and not mine. Because any one of these students, like I think of the students of the month that I have brought here, any one of them could have been Student of the Year. When I found out that it was Serena Marie, like my heart exploded, because though I love all of my students, Serena Marie has a special place in my heart. As I shared at Student of the Month, Serena Marie, I've known her since she was a freshman, even though we both started at Murrieta Mesa. I've known her since she was a freshman because she would always pop in my office and tell me, what can she do for me today. She was a TA as a freshman because she transferred in. And I just couldn't forget her. So when I transferred over to MCA, and she followed, I think it was me that she wanted to be with. Just kidding. There was other reasons why she transferred, but I was just as happy just to have her there. And it's just so exciting for me. My day, my life is all about kids. My life is dictated by kids at home and at school. And I say that because I think about my son, and every day, no matter what time I get home, we always talk about our day. I ask him about his school day, and he asks me about my school day. And I talk about the wonderful things, and I get, like every day we have Student of the Month or Student of the Year, I tell him about them, and I tell him about the amazing students that I got to hear about today. And he's like, Mama, one day do I get to be Student of the Month? Sorry. And I said, well, if you grow up to be like the kids and the things I've shared with you, you'll absolutely be Student of the Month and Student of the Year, because you're always my Student of the Year and Student of the Month. So I say this because I think about Serena Marie and her family and her amazing family, and they're all here today. And they're just amazing. And I've known her mom too since she was a freshman, because I got to meet with her. And just the things that they've overcome, and the things that Serena Marie has overcome to be the amazing young woman that she is. She's changed her mind about college and all that, and she'll talk about that. But she amazes me every day because she's so mature and just so about it. She's co-enrolled with us in Murrieta Mesa still. So she's had double the things she's had to pursue about being, having pride, purpose, responsibility, integrity, duty, and excellence, but also she's had to soar at our school. And I have to say that this young woman has done it. She is self-aware. She's the most self-aware young woman I know. she's taken advantage of the opportunities that we have offered her, being co-enrolled and taking the classes like no one else, and achieved amazing grades. She has an incredible attitude about everything, just so positive and optimistic, and she's resilient given what she's had to be through. So I am just so proud of this young woman. I was an English teacher, and so I have a quote for Serena Marie about who she is. It's by Louisa May Alcott, one of my favorite authors, who wrote Little Woman. And she says, "We all have our own life to pursue, our own kind of dream to be weaving, and we all have the power to make wishes come true as long as we keep believing." This young woman keeps believing no matter what happens to her, and I'm just so happy that she's in my life and that I've got to know her, and I want to know her in 10 years, so she needs to come back to Murrieta and keep in touch. I introduce you to the amazing Serena Marie Cruz.
I'm short too. Look at that. You guys make it seem so easy. I just want to say thank you to my mom and Miss Beach, and I'd like to give special acknowledgement and thanks to the Murrieta Chamber of Commerce and their sponsors for giving me the opportunity to receive the scholarship, and more so to the Murrieta Valley Unified School District for allowing me to be a part of like the student body and like the amazing people that are here right now, and all the students that are receiving the scholarship as well. I didn't think that I would be in this pool of amazing people. Like, you guys have done so much, and I didn't think that I would make it this far, like, to be honest. My freshman year, I was an inter-district transfer from a different school. It was so small. I didn't even know what block schedule was, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And so coming to Murrieta Mesa and then being co-enrolled with Murrieta Canyon Academy, I was able to have that abundance of resources and the like tremendous like mentors that and teachers and principals here that I never had before, and they pushed me to do my best, not just the minimum, not just what I thought I was capable of. They pushed me beyond my limits and made things that seemed impossible possible. I didn't think that I'd be going to San Francisco State as a bio major. I didn't think that I would be, I didn't think that I would be like accepting a scholarship like with all of you guys. It's so surreal that I'm here right now. And I knew that like my special circumstances were going to hold me back, and I'd have to work like twice as hard, 3 times as hard as anybody else. And I thought I was going to, I didn't think I was going to go to college, at least like maybe community college, but a 4-year university, accepting scholarships with people like as tremendous as like Sarah and Erica. You guys are great, and I feel honored and blessed that I get to be grouped with such amazing people. I wanted to talk about my obstacles a little bit, but I don't want to dwell here too long and make it a pity party. Since I was little, I've had severe eczema, which is an atopic skin disorder. I have allergic ketoconjunctivitis, which affects my eyes, and I've had asthma and allergies. Those health conditions have been the greatest blessings of my entire life, and it shaped me into who I am today because I've allowed myself to have the mindset to persevere and to push through it, even though like I didn't know if I was gonna, be able to get up to go to school in the morning, or if I was gonna, be rushed to the ER later on that night. With chronic illnesses, it's difficult to have the plans and push through with them, and to make sure that you're like getting to where you want to go because of all the ups and downs and all the twists and turns that you may take. Because of those illnesses, I've begun to recognize the positivity than focusing on the negativity in my life, because I've allowed God to become the king of my life each and every day, not just on Sundays. And I've learned that in order to become a survivor instead of a sufferer, you have to give all your worries, fears, and stresses to God, and instead think about the things that are in your control and putting your mind and heart and soul into every day, because you are not guaranteed a tomorrow, and whatever you do today needs to be an accurate portrayal of who you are. So with every conversation I have with somebody, with every action I take, like, my today might be my eternity. This might be my last day here, and I'm going to push through with everything that I have, and to make sure that I'm leaving this life with my heart on the floor, you know? So that's that. I think that we forget to give credit to our illnesses, to the things that make us, like, that give us sleepless nights, and the things that make us cry. We become successful because of those obstacles, not in spite of them. Change and growth can only occur in discomfort, so I aspire to live uncomfortably, because if I choose to go beyond the reef, if I choose to push beyond the boundaries that I've limited myself to, I am allowing myself to be more comfortable and out in the world. I'm allowing myself to expand my horizons, to expand my circles and in my communities, and that makes me more of an accepting person, more of an appreciative person of all the diversity out in the world, and that's who I aspire to be. I have examples like that in my life, like my mom, my grandpa, my dad, my grandma, my teachers. And so my plans are to go to San Francisco State and pursue a degree in either biomedical sciences or kinesiology, whichever will help me towards my doctorate in physical therapy when I go to grad school. My childhood as a military brat has allowed me to work closely with Marines, and to go to school with kids who are military dependents, and that has pushed me to become a doctor of physical therapy and to work at a veterans clinic and hopefully own my own practice one day, so that way I can become my own boss. So that way I can give back in the way that I want to without any limits, because the only limits you put are the ones you put on yourself. And I that's what I want to do. I want to leave with this last quote. My past will not stop me, my future will not scare me, and my present day will be to keep going. Thank you so much for having me here, for this opportunity.
Amazing, right? Okay, it is my honor to introduce Tammy Wilson from Oak Grove Schools and Anissa Fontes.
Come closer. Anissa, it's with great honor that I present you Student of the Year. I don't want you running away. We are so delighted to recognize you and honor you today, and Kelly's going to say a few words too, but I just want to say, besides excelling in academics and all that Anissa has done to put her life back on track the right way, she's really stepped into her greatness, and by that I mean way, way beyond academics, as important as that is. This young woman has embraced recovery. She has over a year sober. She has just embodied somebody that wants to show up and kind of make up for a little bit of lost time and get her life back on the right track. But I'm especially just blown away by her resilience and her compassion and her leadership. And she shows up on our campus in a big way. And by that, I don't just mean physically present, but emotionally engaged, compassionate, reaching out to other students. She has been a TA, student peer mentor with some of the most challenging kids on campus, little 6th and 7th graders that really have some issues, let me tell you. And they look up to her as a role model. We are going to have her come back in the summer as a student volunteer in not only that middle school class, but getting a little bit of experience with our autism population. And we've seen her excel and grow in therapy and with peers and connectedness. She's back at Vista Murrieta, but has attended our partial and our IOP program. And this is somebody we want to stay in contact with. We so appreciate the fact that you take responsibility and are impressed with your gratitude and the way that you have really worked through some issues, both personally and academically, and putting things back right with your parents and others. And I'm just so proud of you. We had the pleasure of hearing her speak at our gala recently, and there were so many people that were just moved by Anissa's story and what she's done with her life. And we often say in recovery, as soon as you're standing still, you're actually moving backwards. Anissa's not standing still. Beyond being sober, she's embraced recovery community, is building new connections, and just putting together a life of purpose. And it's been just so amazing to see that. So I want to also let Kelly say a few words.
My name is Kelly Grunlin. I'm one of our therapist case managers at Oak Grove. I get emotional because she's just an incredible young woman. She came to us in September, and I remember the first few weeks that she was in my office, and she just exuded sadness and just depression and worthlessness, and just somebody who felt like she didn't have value in this world. And so working through the year or through the months with her and just seeing the challenges that she's faced and just building her resiliency and just the compassion that she has and the hope that she has for her future now. And she told me that at one point she didn't think that she would live to be 18. And so she's going to be 18 in November. And so I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for your future. And it has been a pleasure and a joy to see her come into her own and to see her have hope again and to see her just embrace her future and just be excited for her future. And so I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Hi, my name's Anissa Fontes. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. You guys have done so much for me. Oak Grove's amazing. Well, like, I am in recovery. I dealt with that for a few years. But like you said, all the mental illnesses, all the illnesses, everything that we see as disabilities are actually the things in life that teach us resilience. And I think resilience is much more important than however we think that our disabilities set us back by, because resilience can help you to overcome anything, and I want to teach that to kids, because I think when children are taught at a young age that they can overcome anything, when they are given an example of how they can overcome it, when they learn to believe it, and when they learn at a young age as well, no matter what they've gone through, that someone is always there listening to them. That's what I want to do for young children for a living. That's what I want to do for them. I want to be a special needs elementary school teacher, and I really want to make a positive impact on the lives of young children. I think that just gives an amazing purpose for anyone, and that's really what I want to do. So with the scholarship that I'm being given with this, that we all already know, which is amazing, I want to go to MSJC, get my associates, get my bachelor's at probably San Marcos, get my teaching credential, and become a teacher for special needs, because special needs children, they go through a little bit more than what a lot of kids go through. And I think that they are the ones that we should really be focusing on, because they are really special kids, because they've gone through so much. They are not your average, they don't grow up to be average person, and I want to be able to help them get to their full potential. So year ago, I did not think this was possible. I'd be standing anywhere up here. Like she said, I didn't really expect to be living. So just thank you guys so much. You guys have no idea what it means for me to be here. Thank you.
It's my privilege to announce Murrieta Canyon Academy Principal Martina Hedges. Sorry? Oh, they already went up? Okay. So, I'm sorry, I'm so out of order. Okay, it's Calvary Christian School's Principal Derek Roth, and I will wear my glasses next time. Thanks, guys.
got to get the medal. Margaret, thank you. All right. Well, my name is Derek Roth. I'm the principal over at Calvary Murrieta, and it is my privilege to introduce to you today our Student of the Year, Christine Longnecker. So if you've been part of Student of the Month for any length of time, you know Sally comes up at the end and usually does a Minute with Maxwell, right? And a Minute with Maxwell will give you one word, and then he'll give a little example and maybe a little message about that word and what that means. And so when I was thinking about Christine, I was thinking about Minute with Maxwell, and I thought, you know, what is one word that really sums up who Christine is? And for me, when I look at Christine's life on our campus, she will be greatly missed on our campus. She is an amazing young lady. And what she'll be missed for, I think, the most is her love. So my word for her is love. And I look at love, and when I think of love, I think of when I was married, and the pastor gets up and he goes to 1 Corinthians, and he talks about the love passage, right? So 1 Corinthians 13, and talks about love, and love not being that worthless gong, right? That sound that has no meaning. And if you look at Christine is very, very quiet. Just an amazing leader, just a quiet leader who just exudes that love of Christ. And I asked her, I said, you know, what's your verse? I ask all of our students what their favorite verse is, and she looks up Proverbs 8, verse 17, and it says, I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. That's what Christine has done all of her years at Calvary. She has sought the Lord. She has sought Him wholeheartedly. She has done that in her education, but what we really see, even though we are a school that wants to impart education, we've really seen it in her life outside of school. Those events that she partakes in that have nothing to do with the school at all, her church, her life with her family. She's been involved in missions at our school, and I love to be able to see young students who embrace what God wants for them in their lives. And Christine has done that. When I read through the list that was given to me when I was married of what I need to be to my wife, Christine is going to be an amazing wife. She is an amazing young lady, and she is going to bless her community. She's going to bless her family and all of those who are around her as she moves on in her life. She's going to suffer long because love suffers long. She's going to be kind because love is kind. She's not going to envy because love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, and neither will she. It's not puffed up, does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil, does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. And Christine has never failed either. She's got straight A's. She's amazing. But more than that, she just embodies what our Lord is all about. And I have the privilege, I'm super excited, to be able to join her as we both go to the Ukraine this summer on a missions trip to be able to bless some kids and love on some kids. But Christine has been such a beacon of love at our school that she is going to be greatly missed. And I'm not going to be sad about that because someone else is going to be able to enjoy the love that you have given us for so long as you move on to college. So we're so thankful for you, and we love you. And this is Christine Longnecker.
Good morning. My name's Christine Longnecker. Thank you for that. I have many passions which influence my behaviors and my decisions, but I believe that the most important and influential one is helping others. And in these past few years, being of service to others and making them feel loved has been one of my greatest priorities. We can never know everything about a person, and I have learned that in any instance, kindness is the best choice, because in the end, it's not other people's actions that define you, but the choices and actions that you make for yourself. My goal is that my actions will set me apart from a world where hate is the easiest answer, even though it rarely solves anything. And I want my actions to show others a better way to live. Being kind can be a challenge, but that doesn't mean I will give up. I ardently seek to be kind to those who least expect it and may not deserve it, because they are the ones who need it the most. I plan to live out kindness in my life by continuing to put myself in the new situations, whether it be in everyday life or while doing service projects, so that those who I interact with might feel loved and find peace in their lives. This summer, I'm traveling to the Ukraine on a missions trip. It's actually going to be my second trip there. And we're hosting a summer camp for social orphans. And these are kids whose lives have been affected by the war or whose parents are just unable to care for them. And I really love those kids, and I can't wait to go back. And I plan to live out kindness every second that I'm there. And after summer, I plan to attend Southern Utah University to study outdoor parks and tourism and journalism so that I might reach more people and advocate for those who need it. And finally, I would like to thank every person who helped me and shaped me into who I am so that I might be here today. And I would like to thank my parents for investing so much into my education and my life. And I'd like to thank for the Chamber of Commerce for allowing me to be a part of this wonderful program. Thank you.
All right, next up we have Vista Murrieta with Mick and Danielle Shores.
I too am not tall. Theme today. Come on, nice and close, Danielle. Good morning, everybody. And it's hard going last. It's because when you go last, you hear all of the eloquence of everybody else, and you think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go home and rewrite this before I go. But everyone's done such a good job, and the kids are amazing, and you have such great stories and such bright futures ahead of you. I want to thank the Chamber for choosing the students today, and particularly for Danielle here this morning, because it's validating that someone outside the school makes a choice that we would have easily made ourselves. So I'm pleased and honored. Before I begin, I am going to dub you by the power vested in me. Senior Student of the Year. So, good job. Anyway, I'm pleased and honored to have the opportunity to present to you our Senior Student of the Year, Danielle Shores. Of course, Danielle is a model of our motto of class: character, leadership, attitude, scholarship, and service, and she has all of those things and more. She's a student leader who is dedicated to achieving at the very highest level. When we had our class awards, that's our academic awards, just this last Monday night, we celebrated students who also achieved at the highest academic levels, and we awarded them with medallions that they wore at graduation, something like this medallion, but she'll be the only one with the red, white, and blue, ribbon on her medallion, so that she'll definitely stand out as she should. The teachers in the various departments choose students, And the students, for the students who are chosen multiple times, we give a special award called the Outstanding Bronco Award. And Danielle was part of this elite of the elite group, as she was chosen by teachers from 3 departments: her leadership, science, and math, which is great and a really symbol of who she is, because, as you can imagine, students chosen for science and math, those are, science and math students, if you can get a picture in your head. And Danielle's also chosen for leadership, which is a different kind of student that you get in your head, and she is that sort of well-rounded young lady. And she's in the top 20 of her class. She's out of 100, 800 and I believe we're 810 now seniors. Really high GPA, 4 point, whatever, and lots of dual enrollment and AP classes. And since we're talking numbers, I did the math while I was sitting at the table between speeches, not during anybody's speech. And to be Student of the Month at Vista Murrieta, that means you're in the 0.98%, top 0.98% of your class. And to be Senior of the Year, that means you are 0.12, 12 hundredths of a percent in the top. And that's something, because I remember when Margaret was talking and she said 8,000 students over so many years, and it sounds like, wow, that's a lot of students, and that's great work that they've done, and then that's definitely true. But when you look at the number of seniors who've graduated over all these years, that 8,000 number is so tiny, and this really is a special honor for not just for you, Danielle, but for all of you. Each day, Danielle is on campus. She's smiling. She's just really that bright light. And some of this I've repeated from the Senior Student of the Month, but that's okay, because I wanted to repeat what her AP government teacher, Mr. Olson, said, that Danielle is a great student who makes teaching fun. Every day she comes to class with a positive attitude and a strong work ethic. I definitely believe that she will do amazing things with her life, and I definitely echo that. She's been an ASB for the last 4 years. She's currently our ASB Vice President. She's a key component of the ASB cabinet who helped with our unexpected transition to a new activities director go smoothly, and thanks to her perseverance, teamwork, and optimism, she's kept that high level in our activities program. She's also been an athlete on our swim team, has been a cheerleader for all 4 years, helping to lead that group, and she's been a Hobie ambassador, that's the Hugh O'Brien ambassador and operations team volunteer. In addition to the hours and hours she gives to her school as cheerleader and vice president, she's got pushing, I think, 300 hours of community service, much of it helping various teachers at E. Hale Curran, and so many more unrecorded hours. If you're in leadership, and if you've seen the students in leadership, you know how many hours they live at the school, and putting on various activities, events, and planning. And those hours don't even go down as community service hours, but I'm sure she's has 1,000 hours or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know, because we don't record it. Many seniors this time of year tend to start slacking off, as all of you who work at a high school know. Senioritis, some adults start to slack off. But Danielle continues to achieve at the very highest levels. She's in the midst of planning the leadership banquet, which is a big deal on campus. She's just such, like I said, just a bright light on our campus. She's humble, she's kind, just like the Garth Brooks song. She's got that. She's a friend to everyone who knows her, and at the same time, she's very, very serious about what she's doing, and has that dedication and drive and determination to just get it done. Finally, I want to thank you, Chamber, you've chosen wisely, and I agree with you that Danielle deserves and has earned the distinction as Vista Murrieta's Senior Student of the Year. So congratulations, Danielle.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Weger.
You're welcome.
Hi everyone, I want to begin by expressing how humbled and grateful I am to be standing here amongst such amazing students, and I also want to congratulate everybody on receiving Student of the Year. I also want to take a moment to thank all the sponsors and the guests here who allowed this event to take place. Now, something very important in my life is the Hugh O'Brien Youth Seminar, also known as Hobie. My school gave me the opportunity to attend Hobie during the summer following my sophomore year, and my experience changed my life significantly. Now, I can go on and on about Hobie, and if you don't believe me, you can ask my mom, because trust me, she knows. But I want to highlight how it helped me become the person who I am today. Hobie is a leadership seminar that specializes in student empowerment and global compassion. And at Hobie, I found my voice and I learned my impact. But my most rewarding experience stemmed from my second year at Hobie, when I volunteered as a junior coordinator. I was assigned a group of students to encourage development in and essentially change their understanding of the world and leadership. My goal coming into the seminar was to change lives, and listening to my ambassadors tell me that I did just that was one of the most emotionally impactful events in my life. I left the seminar with a newfound sense of empowerment, and that I've carried with me to this day, and with it, I discovered my intense passion to serve. I want to change more lives, I want to learn more about people's stories, and I want to change the world. I've found my specific calling in medicine, and I know that this is the field that I can best carry out my goals and align them with my interests in science and math. I want to serve in third world countries or any other area seeking immediate medical attention, and I am so grateful that I am able to begin my pursuit at Occidental College as a biology major and pre-med student. Prior and during this endeavor, I will still be volunteering at Hobie, and I look forward to learning more about the world around me through service. Now, I want to thank the Murrieta community for their endless support. I want to thank my mom for everything that she has done for me. You're my role model, my rock, my inspiration, and I hope to be just like you one day. I want to thank Mr. Nguyen for never failing to support me during a year that was really difficult for me and giving me a platform to have my voice heard. And I want to thank Mr. Wager for all of his support as well and everything that he's done for our school and all of his hard work. And yeah, I cannot express my gratitude enough, so thank you all.
Okay, I think that completes the presentations for now.
Can we have all the students of the year stand so that way we can give them all a round of applause? Now, students, you see these very special chairs. So if you could make your way over to your assigned chair, and then we'll invite Jennifer Pham to come up.
Good morning, everyone. Take a second, stretch it out, wiggle. If you're sitting in the wrong direction, turn your chairs, because if you don't already have a kink in your neck, it's only going to get worse. Good morning, ladies and one gentleman. Congratulations. It's good that you're here, Zach, because for the last 2 years, the girls have dominated. This has been an all-women's award ceremony for the last 2 years, so congratulations. Okay. I have the honor of welcoming you to the club. You are joining a very, I don't want to call us elite, but I want to call us accomplished students of the year, okay? You are literally joining a group, doctors, lawyers, engineers, politicians, professional athletes. One of our students here a couple years ago from Murrieta is actually now on the University of California Board of Regents. If you don't know how big of a deal that is, one student a year gets chosen in the entire state, and he's from Murrieta. So shout out to Devin. I think he was class of 2005 or 6 or something like that. But no pressure, okay? Our goal is that you're going to go off and do great things. Learn, experience, do the fun college things, go to Denny's at 2 a.m, and then come back and give back, because that's really the true way to make Murrieta and Temecula a better place. But I have the distinct honor today of talking about the money. So, first of all, I'm a little excited because this year's amount is $2,535. So, That is a record-breaking amount, and we beat Temecula by $1,000, Murrieta. Good job. This envelope, parents, will be your best friend because this is how you get your money. It is in the basket, so you can give the kids all of the fun goodies that are in there, but you need to make sure you pull this envelope out, okay? How this envelope works is that Miss Jerry Selway, Jerry, will you come on out? Hello, Miss Jerry. She is the awesome volunteer that makes sure the money gets from our bank account to your school. So you have to fill this form out and tell us what school you're going to so that we can send the check directly to your university, okay? So if you have any questions, it's Miss Jerry Selway, and her contact in here is all squared away. So get this in as soon as possible, okay? Yeah, Miss Jerry, that's a lot of work. Okay, I want to take this moment to really thank the business leaders in our community who helped us judge. For those of you who don't know, Student of the Month Incorporated is actually its own nonprofit. So we run and operate this program under the name of the Chamber. However, it's a group of individuals who are all volunteers. And so we can't acknowledge you by name because we want to keep our judges anonymous, but we wanted to, really say thank you because it takes a lot of time and a lot of heartache because you saw how amazing these students are. So let's just give our judges a round of applause. Students, you wear medals around your neck, okay? Because you are our champions. We're really, really proud of you. You get to wear them at graduation, so that's a really big deal because you will be the only person in your school who has a Student of the Year medal on. So we want to say great job, and on behalf of Student of the Month Incorporated, go make us proud. Go do you, okay? At this time, I actually am going to jump around the program a little bit because I do want to invite the Chamber of Commerce of Murrieta to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Jennifer. Such a pleasure to be here as chairman of the board for, I believe, one of the greatest Chamber of Commerce's ever. Almost 1,000 members. Many of them are in the room today, and I have a board member, I believe, over here as well. And, as chairman of the board for a chamber like this, I'm really just the head cheerleader, is what I am. I'm the head cheerleader for the city, head cheerleader for the school district, and I'm a head cheerleader for you guys as well. I mean, you're just so amazing. I can't even tell you. We come here to celebrate students, but I think in the end, we end up really just celebrating you guys as people. The student part's really just the secondary aspect of it. You're just so all amazing. You're just amazing. Your perseverance, your giving, your resilience. I just want to say, may God keep you and protect you and bring you guys all back to Murrieta. Thank you.
Okay, so to get this huge scholarship amount to all of you, it took a lot of donors. And if you didn't see from the breakfast sponsors alone how many people it takes to make this possible, wait till you meet all the people who are donating money to make sure that we're investing in your future, okay? So at this time, I'm actually going to call all of our scholarship sponsors. If you want to come around the back side of the room, you all are invited to a 30-second speech. And don't forget, the sheriff is in town, so she's going to keep you to 30 seconds. And so at this point, can I please have Ray and Sal from Abbott Vascular, Dave Robinson from Alpha Baking Company, Dan Stake from Alta Pacific Bank, Angela Sigamira or Lynn from Stiefel, David Bechet from Bechet Enterprises, Mr. and Mrs. Murray from Code 4 Educational Consulting, Holly and Jennifer from Nano Bank, Mr. and Mrs. Ken Dixon, our board member, Andy Morris on behalf of Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District, Mr. and Mrs. Pat Kelly, our superintendent, Miss Catherine Pepe from Loma Linda University Medical Center, the Mestices from McDonald's Foundation of Murrieta send their congratulations to you, Sylvia and Rebecca from Medline Foundation, Morris Meyer, Mary Lou, Cynthia, Leslie, April from Mount San Jacinto College, Pacific Premier Bank sends their congratulations. Miss Jerry Selway from Pacific Western Bank. Becky Young from Paradise Chevrolet. Did you sneak in? We would like to see you. Miss Robin Chris from RC Grading, another one of our board members. Jackie, Sal, or Nancy from the Rotary Club of Murrieta. Nicole or Brian from Southwest Healthcare System. Temecula Valley Toyota sends their congratulations as well. Mr. and Mrs. Walters, our MC and wonderful chair. Superior Sandwich is Sandy in the house, and the city of Murrieta. So, there's a lot of you today, 30 seconds, and impart your best wisdom on these amazing kids. Okay, all right.
Thanks, Jennifer. Congratulations on the students. What an awesome occasion. Very, very proud to represent Abbott and to be able to help you on your way. Congratulations on parents and support staff to get these guys to where they are, and the teachers and education people here. I'm very fortunate. This is my 28th year with this company. I've been all around the world, and fortunately for the last 18 years ended up in the Valley. Great place to be, great place to grow up. I wish I was brought up here. Not sure what I did when I was your age, but wasn't anywhere near the achievements you got. And look where I am today. So again, many, many congratulations from Abbott and from myself. Take care, look after yourselves, move forward. Bye.
Good morning, I'm Dan Stake from Alta Pacific Bank, and it's our absolute pleasure to be able to be a sponsor for the program and for you guys as recipients of the Students of the Year. And just keep doing what you're doing. Obviously, it's worked very well thus far, and keep at it and enjoy. And it's just a lot of fun on the journey. You may have different jobs throughout your careers, but embrace them and take as great of advantage of them as you can, and I'm sure it will all work out wonderfully. Again, congratulations.
Hello again. As Board Vice President at Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District, I get the honor of getting in front of you guys and congratulating you. Elsinore Valley has supported education in the community for over 25 years. Fostering and furthering education is one of the most important duties I think that we have. And the Board of Directors has proudly supported the Student of the Year for a very long time, and we're going to continue to do that. We'd like to thank the students for their hard work and their dedication, not only to better themselves, but their community and all those around them. I am proud to present the Student of the Year winners with a plaque, which unfortunately somehow didn't make it here with me today, but we'll make sure we get it to you, and just congratulate you on your achievement. Thank you.
Good morning, students. While I am the superintendent for the Murrieta Valley Unified School District, I'm here today along with my wife, just as private citizens, to contribute to this program. As proud members of the community for 27 years, we see what happens when the community rallies around the youth. And so we're so very proud of you and wish you the very best. Congratulations. Good morning, everyone. My name is Morris Myers. I'm with Mount San Jacinto College. And to these students, congratulations. Y'all have done a great job. Y'all may have heard that Mount San Jacinto College is expanding a little bit. We're going to have a new campus in Temecula. Most of you won't be going there, but your peers will be there. And one of the things that we take away from this every year is how much you inspire us to do more, to give more, and to be more. And for that, we thank you, and congratulations again.
Good morning. I'm Jerry Selway, and on behalf of Pacific Western Bank, I'd like to congratulate the 2018 Student of the Year recipients. And to tell you again, I'm really looking forward to getting those acceptance forms. So, my favorite part of the year. We wish you the best of luck in your endeavors and want you to remember you'll be missed dearly by your families, teachers, and those you've touched in the community. And though we'll miss you, our consolation as we continue to watch your stars rise and brightly shine is in the fact that you're following your dreams, and we wish you very bright future. Thank you. Good morning. My name is Robin Christ. I am an acting board member right now for the Murrieta Valley Unified School District and a small business owner and a member of the community for over 24 years. So I'm here to congratulate all you students from my family to yours and wish you nothing but the best. We know that along the way we're going to make mistakes, make decisions maybe we wish we hadn't made, but we want to learn from them, we want to move on, and we know that you have it within you to do that. It's obvious you have a solid foundation, and you've built this solid foundation with the help of your parents and your schools and your community. And now we look forward to seeing what you have to offer to build on that foundation. So on behalf of my family, good luck, and we wish you the best.
Good morning. My name is Jackie Dobbins, and on behalf of the Murrieta Rotary Club, I'd like to say congratulations and thank you so much for showing us that our future is bright because of students such as yourselves. It has been my first time attending, and I have to tell you, I was completely moved by your transparency, your resiliency, and your passion and your focus. And I know that you're going to make all of us Murrieta and Temeculans very proud of you. So congratulations and the best to all of you. Thank you.
Good morning. First of all, congratulations, students. That's why we're here. Check to this organization is the easiest check I write to a nonprofit organization, and some of that's a little bit personal, but I want to introduce the term to you students of being a force multiplier. I probably don't have to because you probably know about that. 25 years ago, my family moved up here just as my youngsters were going into the high school pipeline, so I raised a couple of Nighthawks and had the extraordinary privilege of sitting where you are a couple of times as Doug and Chris went through that. Parents, we like to take a little bit of credit for things like this, and maybe we should, but students, it's your life and accomplishments that we celebrate and take great joy in. This is an extraordinary community. This organization, the sponsors, are the force multiplier in your lives, and we hope thousands of students. It's been my privilege to be with the school board for about 20 years, and we have as a model, I think it's embraced by a lot, to think, to learn, to achieve, and care. We've got the first three knocked down, youngsters, and also the care part. But I just wanted to emphasize that. Congratulations again to you. You are blessed. You're blessed to be a blessing. And you've heard a lot of that. Thank you, Cameron. And so be a force multiplier. We know you will, and we'll rejoice in that. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nicole Farnham, and I'm here on behalf of Southwest Healthcare System. I want to say congratulations to all of you students. We love supporting this this program, and it's so great to come out and hear your stories. I cry every single time I come here. Best of luck to all of you, and I hope you have very bright futures.
Good morning. My name is Holly Meserve, and on behalf of Commerce Bank of Temecula Valley, I offer our congratulations to all of you. And I am the mother of a first-year college student myself, so I'm going to give you guys a piece of advice that we learned this year, and it's really important to know. As soon as you get to wherever it is that you're going, make a connection, whether it be with fellow students, sports, sororities, fraternities, whatever it is, make a connection, because that will be something that you will carry with you through your entire career, your life, and beyond. So just remember that. Always make connections with the people around you. Congratulations.
Hello, Sandy Word with Which Superior Sandwiches, and I've been involved with Student of the Month for probably 4 years, donating things, coming to the breakfast, and this last year I was so inspired by the students in our community that I became a sponsor for the Scholarship Fund, and so happy and excited that I did so. I'm so impressed with each and every one of you. One of the sayings, one of the things that I say all the time to the people that I work with and have used to inspire myself is anything is possible when you believe. And every single one of you exemplifies that. You're amazing, and you have an amazing career going forward for each and every one of you. Come back to Murrieta, come and visit us, and bring all of the things you learned back to this wonderful, great community. Thank you so much.
Good morning. My name is Malia Ortloff, and on behalf of Eastern Municipal Water District, I just want to congratulate all of you amazing students. This program just gives us hope in the community. And when I look in front of me, I see all of you, and I want to thank you for giving the older generation hope for the future. Congratulations and thank you.
Hi, I'm Megan Valencia with Rancho California Water District. This was our first year participating in Student of the Month and Student of the Year, and I'm so glad that we did. We've participated in the schools for many years, and it's the best thing I think that we do as a water district, trying to help the younger kids and educate them. But I always notice when I come to classes, and then especially coming to this, is that I'm actually learning from the students. And you guys have a great road ahead of you and have fun and enjoy it, and do everything that you can just to make a difference, as you already have. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Okay, at this time, I'm gonna break from the agenda as well. Is Lee, our server, in the house? Lee, the bright, shiny face that is here at 6 a.m. for 20-something odd years. She has been the Student of the Month breakfast server. And she's retiring too. Our whole program's retiring. Like I said, pray for us next year. So Lee is retiring, so we just wanted to recognize you as well. Who've grown up at this Sizzler like myself, I'm hearing all these people talk about years. This is my family's 30th year in this city, so I really grew up in this valley. I've known Lee since I was about 4 coming to this Sizzler. So we're smiling. But just a little something. We're going to miss you. Have fun in Idaho. It's even more remote than it was in Murrieta 30 years ago. Right. But we will miss your bright, shiny face.
Everybody from California is moving to Idaho, letting you know. So.
We will miss your bright, shiny smile.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So as you all know, Sally Myers, our founder, swears by John Maxwell, and every month reads something from here to really inspire the students. And the word that she chose before leaving was generosity. So I'm going to read that. But as I sat and listened to all your students' stories today, I picked another word of my own. So, generosity. No person was ever honored for what he received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave. From President Coolidge. My word this morning is positive attitude. You all have taken some sour lemons and really turned them around. A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. So, students, go do you. Go be positive. Be a bright ray of sunshine in this kind of sad and gloomy world, because we need it, all right? Congratulations. Good luck. Hope to see you all soon and do great things. Don't forget, when you're stressed out in the middle of the night and studying, that there's a whole valley who's standing behind you, praying for you, thinking about you, wishing you well. And then really remember this summer when you get to eat all the yummy stuff in your baskets, okay? All right. Let me invite Mrs. Walters back, because she's got to talk about thank you notes. Don't forget.
At this time, I'd like to invite our dignitaries to come forward. I think they're already over there. We have Pat Kelly from the Murrieta Valley Unified School District, Andy Morris from Murrieta Wildomar Chamber of Commerce, Mayor Jonathan Ingram from the City of Murrieta, Brenda Denstadt from Congressman Ken Calvert's office, John Hunneman from Senator Jeff Stone's office, Samantha Stillwell from Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, and Nairobi Burks from Supervisor Chuck Washington's office. So they will share a few words with you just briefly, but you are experts at this, right? So now you're going to get another packet of thank you cards, so you get to write more thank you cards, but remember, we have those address labels in there, so that way it makes it a little bit easier for you. But we appreciate those thank you cards and look forward to hearing from you. So I will turn it over to our dignitaries.
Can't get sick of me yet, right? So unfortunately, our president and CEO, Patrick Ellis, wasn't able to be here today. For many of you who do know Patrick, you know he does like libations. And so instead of giving you some type of certificate, we actually give you an awesome mug with your name on it, which is really cool. You can use this for coffee. You can use this for a lot of things. But again, congratulations on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John Hunneman with State Senator Jeff Stone's office. I want to break with protocol a little bit too because Karen Paris is retiring. We know that already. I had the fortune of working with Karen in a different capacity for many years as a reporter while she was a public information officer at the school district. So I was one of those pesky reporters calling her all the time wondering, what's going on at Vista Murrieta? What's up at Baja today? What's going on over at Chavela? And she was always there and a great resource and representative of the school district. So I have a certificate from Senator Stone for you, Karen, if you'd like to come up again. And it reads, as your state senator, I want to congratulate you as you retire from your position as the public information officer with the Murrieta Valley Unified School District. During your 18 years as the public information officer, you have done an exceptional job of keeping the community informed on both the positive events and the challenges that have faced the growing district. I wish you the best in the future and thank you for your dedicated service to the students, staff, and residents of Murrieta. Signed, State Senator Jeff Stone. Oh, you're welcome. Now to my 40-minute speech. No, I'm kidding. I was speaking with the senator the other day, and Jeff Stone moved to the Temecula Valley in 1983. So that was 35 years ago. And I did a little research for him. 35 years ago, there was one high school in the entire region. It was Elsinore High School. And the class of 1983 had 283 graduates. Shows you where we've come. 35 years later, there's going to be about 10,000 students turning their tassels and doing the whole graduation thing in the coming weeks. Shows you how the valley has grown by leaps and bounds. And I've said it before at these events, the foundation that was laid, especially in Murrieta in the mid-1980s and going on, when we passed a bond for $28 million to build a high school, they said, why do they need $28 million to build a high school? Well, that builds the restrooms at a high school, I think, now it is. But it's been an honor to live in the community for 30 years. 10 years ago, my youngest graduated from Murrieta Valley High. 22 years ago, my oldest graduated. And yeah, those kids, I was thinking from the kids from the class of 1983, that's 35 years ago. You know where they are now? They're old. That's what they are. I'll leave you with some brief words. There's a famous commencement speech. It was given by David McCullough Jr. Now, David McCullough is a historian of note. He wrote the John Adams book, the Truman book, the Wright brothers. His son is a student, as an English teacher at Wellesley High School, not far from where I grew up. And he gave a speech a few years ago. It's called You're Not Special. And if you look at Google, you'll find it because it's one of the most oft-quoted commencement speeches that you'll find out there and inspirational. And I saw this the other day, and I'll just leave you with this. Like accolades ought to be, the fulfilling life is a consequence, a gratifying byproduct. It's what happens when you're thinking about more important things. Climb the mountain not to plant your flag, but to embrace the challenge, enjoy the air, and behold the view. Climb it so you can see the world, not so the world can see you. Go to Paris to be in Paris, not to cross it off your list and congratulate yourself for being worldly. Exercise free will and creative, independent thought, not for the satisfactions they will bring you, but for the good they will do others, the rest of the 6.8 billion people who live on this planet, and those who will follow you. And then you too will discover the great and curious truth of the human experience is that selflessness is the best thing you can do for yourself. Congratulations and good luck.
I'm short too. Good morning, I'm Samantha. I'm here on behalf of Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, and I want to congratulate all of the wonderful students. I love trying to find comparisons with all of the students, the Student of the Month and the Student of the Year, and this year it seemed like all of you have a servant's heart. You're so willing to give back to the community, give back to everyone, and that is definitely something that's going to take you really far. We admire it, and we hope that you come back and you give back to the community just as you already are currently. Come back with your education and your career and raise your family here as well. That's our goal for you guys. And a special little shout out to Christine because she is an intern in our office and we greatly appreciate her, so congratulations.
Good morning, all. My name is Nairobi Burks, and I'm here on behalf of 3rd District Supervisor Chuck Washington's office. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be here. It is so inspiring to hear that none of you fall victim to any of your circumstances, your chronic illnesses, your obstacles, and that's exactly why you're being here recognized today. And each of you persevere, and that is so awesome to hear. Each of you make me feel like a loser with all of your accomplishments, but still, it is so fulfilling to be here and to watch you grow and to watch your stories. I believe it was Miss Serena Marie Cruz who mentioned about living uncomfortably. And man, girl, I totally feel you on that. Because if you live comfortably, you become complacent. When you're complacent, there's no growth. So I want to encourage you to continue to live uncomfortably, to continue to grow and make a difference. Again, thank you. Oh, sorry. Shout out to Zach for being a Lancer, CBU. Woo, Lancers. Thank you again and good luck.
Good morning, Rick Peoples. I'm representing Dr. Judy White, Riverside County Superintendent of Schools, and she would say congratulations on behalf of the 430,000 students in this county. You're a certain percentage of them, which I was an English major, I don't know. So you're in there somewhere. Where's Erica? UCI, is that? And I want to tell you one thing, you lose your bathroom pass after high school, and then, you lose it in college, and then when you get a job in a high security building, you get a new bathroom pass. And it has your picture on it. That's something to look forward to. One bit of advice, I can't follow John Hunneman, no way. What my daughter did, I have 2 kids in college this year. I need money. So no, I have 2 kids in college. When my daughter left, she put an app on my phone, so all I have to do is push a button to send her money. Do that right now. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Brenda Denstead, and I'm here today on behalf of our Congressman Ken Calvert, who wants to offer his sincere congratulations on a job well done and well deserving for all of you and your hard work and all of your efforts this year. As a mom, many of you have heard my story this year. I have a graduating senior. I'm also the mom who lost her daughter this year from a rare form of meningitis while she was out at Northern Arizona University starting her sophomore year. I can tell you that this experience has taught me how precious time is and the impact in your actions every day that you can have on others. My daughter Leanne is remembered for her kindness and her smile and the comfort that she offered to others in their times of need. And so I would encourage you that in the obstacles that you face in your lives in the future, that you take those opportunities to be impactful on others with your kindness. It is not the challenges which define you. It is how you rise above them. Live your lives to the fullest. Remember, every day you can touch someone positively with kindness and impact them. Remember all the people that have impacted you, your parents, your teachers, and your friends. Godspeed to all of you in your adventure. Thank you.
Well, students, there's most definitely a theme that emerges each month, and I was writing down some notes as I was listening to you talk, so stick with me on this one. I've been fascinated with Mount Kilauea in Hawaii erupting, and I know someone who has family over there, and I was asking, what are people who are living there thinking? And she said it's very interesting. The things we see on the news, you know, and not to minimize, there's certainly loss of homes and things like that. But she said the vast majority of people there are celebratory. They're seeing what's happening, that land is growing, and what caused their home to come about originally was continuing and was continuing to grow. And so sure enough, as diamonds and gems are under great pressure and violent reactions underground to emerge as the most beautiful gems, that was a little bit of the theme that we were seeing happen today. Sometimes out of tragedy, out of circumstances that are put toward us. We don't necessarily see what's happening. But I think the words that were used today by you, wow, what maturity are students used by saying things like, my challenge was the greatest gift I've ever been given. That takes a tremendous amount of maturity, because sometimes those gifts do come in very ugly packages, but nevertheless, are they not gifts that shape in such beautiful and miraculous ways? So congratulations again. We are excited for you and look forward to hear about your futures. Congratulations.
You're almost there. Well, sponsors, we want to thank you for participating in the Student of the Month program and making this support. This support makes this program possible and provides for the scholarships for these students sitting before us today. Volunteers, all of our volunteers, thank you for your hard work throughout this year to make the program run as smooth and seamless. So we thank you for all of that hard work. Our high school administrators, principals, teachers, thank you for all you do, your service to our students and their families throughout the year to produce such incredible students. And families, thank you for your support of your students, for our schools, and for producing such wonderful kids that are prepared to go out into the future. And then students, we wish you all the best and cannot wait to hear about your successes. We're so impressed with you. And there's just a couple of quotes. I just love what Serena Marie Cruz said. We become successful because of our obstacles. So remember that. Remember that as you're going through obstacles throughout your life. And then I love the other one that I heard from Erica Mo, humanity is beautiful. Remember that. Remember that. So this is the close of our program. Now students, you're experts now. You know that we go out front for our group photo. Instead of backpack this time, you have a laundry basket. So you'll be able to use that in a few months. So anyway, so we will meet out front for all of our sponsors and whatnot for pictures this morning. And then all of our students, please grab all of your stuff and we'll meet out front. Thank you for your support, and this is the end of our this year, and congratulations to all of you.